What's up, everybody? We are back in Kanaha. Seems to be turning into something like a weekly vlog here, almost it feels like. For all of you who follow the channel, thank you guys so much. I am super stoked on the comments and the helpful advice that you guys are giving me, so thank you so much. Today it is already nuking here at 11:30 in the morning. It is considerably not so crowded actually. I'm counting some kiters, a few windsurfers and wingers, two Parawingers. As always, Eric and his girlfriend always here. For me today, it is all about practicing. I want to get better on my upwind. I need my pack away. You guys probably saw that on the last video. My terrible pack away job, so horrible. Experiment a little bit around with different camera angles and not always keep a GoPro in my mouth. Maybe ride some waves and see if the wind increases more, if a 3-meter wing is actually gonna be not too big for me to still sail, because it is considerably windy already. I'd say definitely 25-ish right now. Just a quick word on the setup. We're doing a HA 880 today just because it's more windy, and I'm still riding this thing a little further back because it is windy out there and 3 meters might be a little bit big. And then another word, actually a quick word on accessories for this whole thing. There are so many talks about the harness lines, the stowaway when you pack this thing away, and there's so many people that invent stuff. I saw somebody the other day with a chest cargo net that he constructed from like a cargo net from a car seat. There's pouches out there, and there are just a lot of things that, with this sport being so new, that a lot of people are inventing stuff, and I hopefully in a few years we find things that we can buy easily. On that note, actually, I am toying around with the harness line here. So I found the 777 harness line a little long, so I went up to Paubella and got one from the Goya guys, their little shorter one. I couldn't figure out how to remove the harness line from 777, so right now it's just kind of stuffed in there, and then depending on how this goes, I might as well, maybe I just cut it off. And I took a leap of faith, you guys. I came back in and I was super stoked again on this ride, but the harness line had to go. Now we have this harness line here, which I feel is a whole lot better. It's shorter, more stiff, and easier to hook in and hook out, so that had to go. And again, it is nuking out there, and stoked on that 777, guys. So we're gonna go out and try another camera angle, and I hope you guys enjoyed the 360 angle there. You see how I'm kind of like with the harness, still a little struggle there, but it's learning. And one other thing is the harness belt, or I guess the harness itself. There's a lot of more stuff that needs to come out to accommodate for Parawingers, because the one that I have right now here, this one here, you can see how the hook needs to be sliding around your belly, because on the toe side is where the harness is really coming in handy. So let's go back out. So I'm playing around right now here a little bit, and how to mount a 360 cam onto the Parawing, and I was like, look at this extension handlebar with cable ties. So now here is my idea, and I'm gonna patent this, and we're gonna talk about it. You can call me if you want it. You make a handlebar that has one little telescopic arm in it that you can pull out with a GoPro mount on it, so you have it built in tiny into your Parawing handlebar. That's the idea, and I'm YouTubing that, and nobody can say they had the idea before. If it comes out, we know where they got the idea from. Alright, cool. Another mid-session verdict here real quick. With that stick, it is a little hard with that pole because it's kind of gets slippery, and the pole is a little thick like this with two poles, so to speak. So, and then right out of the gates, it was so windy and I got yanked, and I really had a hard time controlling this with my hands because it gotten really thick, so I kind of need a little bit better conditions. But overall, I think it's kind of a cool idea, and the footage is actually kind of cool, I have to say. So I think that's something on it. Maybe we're onto something. Maybe we are onto something, you guys. But right now, let's just go and just sail with the camera up front and have some fun and learn and do. I just retreated out of the water because it got so windy and so nuking that even for a 3-meter Parawing, it was just way too much. And now it is actually raining and there is no wind at all. The wind just the rain just came and stole all the wind, and now I was just about to think about, should I go out on a wing and maybe go a little wing foiling on my sinker board, but now it is just absolutely raining and stealing the wind away, while 5 minutes ago it was blasting 30 knots and I had to go in because it was way too windy. And again, a little critique here on the PT skin. So with the new harness line, super stoked, works way better than the factory one. And again, a thing that I like about this one is it works. It has quite a wind speed span. I want to say like 18 knots, it works up until 25. So 7 knots of wind span. That is something that I have experienced with other wings, that I felt like, oh, the wind just increased a little bit and now it got out of control. But this guy, I kind of can control it up to, I want to say 25, and then we're getting definitely too much. Would be super cool if, hey, 777 glider guys, maybe make for Maui a 2.5 meter one. That would be super cool. And for me personally now, it is just about practicing. No more walk of shames, harness in, harness out. That is another one. It is not an easy one, so I got to learn how to control that and maybe get a better harness belt. That would be good, like a better harness. That one that I have doesn't slide, the hook doesn't slide around. And then eventually like an accessory for like to pack this thing away when I'm good at it. And what did you guys think about my invention of the camera mount for the handlebar? I'd actually be super stoked if somebody would do that, or if we could like launch a product where you can have a little bar coming out of the handlebar, a little telescope, and have a GoPro or a whatever Insta360 attached to it, and then film yourself. And which is also cool because then when you have the wing packed away, you kind of have a camera at your hand right away. So I think that'd be a really cool idea. Maybe I need to start to become active. But anyways, if you seen it here first, and if you heard it here first, and if somebody's doing it, then you know where they get their ID from, and then maybe we'll see it in the next video.